Hello and welcome back to Masilanya podcast, where we share real stories, real hope, and real struggles. I'm your host, Masilanya. Last time we spoke about single mothers and the struggles they go through, and your feedback, your comments, and your likes. Yeah, they brought hope and motivated a number of people. Thank you for sharing, liking, and for those who subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, karibu sana. You are in the right space. Today I'm going to talk about something that is not spoken about mostly, but it's out there, and most ladies are going through it, but silently, without sharing, without talking about it. We're going to talk about endometriosis, or rather, better still, adenomyosis, because it's the same. It is in the same category. So, if you're a lady here, and maybe you don't know that maybe that's what you're going through. First of all, I'd like to say adenomyosis or endometriosis, being that in the same category, it's a condition whereby a lady goes through due to like when she's in her menses, she experiences intense pain. I don't know whether I can say intense or it's excruciating or it's too painful to a level whereby you feel like you really cannot hold. Yeah, like personally, I've been there since I was 14 years of age, and it wasn't easy. It has never been easy. Whether you're young, whether you're old, the pain is still the same. People don't understand, apparently. They just think it's just a normal, cramps. People will tell you, you can't do this, you can't do that just because you have cramps. It's not about normal cramps. Apparently, the pain is too intense. First of all, I'll say the cramps start like a week earlier. They go through the period of when you have the periods. Sometimes the periods last a week, they last maybe 2 weeks, depending. But with the medical, there is a way it is a bit regulated by use of hormonal balances, because the doctors, I would say the doctors haven't gotten the real cure or the real medication for adenomyosis. So they just manage you on painkillers and on hormonal drugs. So like you might see a person telling you, my cramps are heavy, or rather I'm in so much pain, or my flow is too heavy, I can't move out. Understand them. Just understand them, because you'll see someone's flow is too heavy, they will stand and it's all until the ground. So instead of soiling yourself out there, you choose to sit in a space. But let's assume you're in school, or you're in college, or even at work. It hinders your performance. You don't even have that free lifestyle like any other person. Like you can party, you can go to work freely, you can, do your normal chores. It first drains you and pulls you back because the pain, number one. Secondly, the heavy flow. Thirdly, you're always weak. I think it's because of losing a lot of blood. So throughout, you are battling anemia. It's not sickle cell, because some people confuse and think that it's sickle cell anemia. when you don't have blood frequently, but it's not sickle cell anemia. This is just anemia that comes, due to heavy losing a lot of blood monthly, month in, month out. So like people may confuse you that maybe you don't eat the right food, you don't watch your diet, you don't eat healthy, that's not the case. You will eat all the green leafy vegetables as advised by the doctors, by the nutritionists. You'll take tablets, iron-rich supplements, or the ranferons and all that. But at the end of the month, what you're losing is more than what you received within the month. You get, so you're always losing blood. I remember like when it all started, it's so unfortunate that when I started my periods, a few months later, my mom died. So I had no one to talk to. And then, so I went to live with a relative who doesn't understand me, who does not know what is happening in my life. I'm just 14 years. You don't know how to explain. She misunderstands you. Maybe others think you're doing an abortion, but in your mind you're like, hey, I've never even been with a man. I'm still a virgin. How am I doing an abortion? You get, I remember I had a HB of 1.73 when I was taken to the hospital because I stayed in the house. I lost blood until I went into a coma. And my small bro, I think he noticed because he woke up and I could not breathe, I could not talk, I had just passed out. So he reached out to my aunt and is like, hey, Mercy is not feeling well. She can't talk, she can't move. That's when I was taken to the hospital. That's when I think she saw it was serious. But unfortunately, she mistook me for doing an abortion because of the heavy cramps. So I went to the hospital. I was done a transfusion. So from there, that is when my big brother came to realize, oops, we'll lose her. She needs to be, the doctor I think advised him, I need to be on constant checkup. So I used to lose like blood. I was schooling out, I was schooling away. So every time I used to travel back, come to the hospital, like maybe every after 3 months, I go for transfusion. Every after 3 months, I go for transfusion. Then it started 4 months, then it reduced to 3 months. Now I started trying to learn how to manage. But you'll find like the whole of my A-level, the 2 years in my A-level, I think I studied for maybe 5 months. Yeah, that's 2 years. Straight 5 months because I'm in and out of hospital. You can't walk, but no one is understanding because on the outside you look very normal, but inside you're hurting, you're weak, you can't walk, you can't do any normal chores like any other person, and people are looking at you like you're lazy, like you're slow. But you see, the doctors are telling you have to take care of your organs. The blood can't flow because the blood is slow. And for you to function normally, your blood needs to flow to reach the brain, to reach the heart. So because the heart is fighting to pump blood to go to the brain, and you also have to use this blood to do your other chores, it becomes hard. So that's why you sometimes find someone as they get kidney failures, those organ failures, they can just collapse, because there's no regular flow. So when you hear a lady say that my periods are heavy, I can't go to work or I can't go to school, just understand them. They are battling something that maybe they cannot talk about. You see, like if I wouldn't have passed out at some point, you see, even my aunt would not have realized that it was something that was so serious. If they wouldn't have taken taken it urgently when I passed out, I would have died. Because at that time I'm reaching the hospital, my HB is 1.73. And all I can say, I think it's just God. because even the doctors were like, no, you cannot survive even at the HB of 5. But I'll shock you, God does things mightily. I have personally witnessed God. I love God because I am just a survivor. I've walked to hospitals with the HB of 2. I've walked to the hospital with the HB of 3. I've walked to the hospital with the HB of 1. And I don't know. I think I survive because of people. Because at this time you're going to the hospital, you even do not know who is going to donate for you blood. You get, but somehow things just fall through, and you've gotten the blood. So, personally, you want to be like, I'll not talk to that person. How sure are you're not surviving with their blood? Like you even do not know whose blood it is that is in me, because if I've been receiving blood from the age of 14 after 3 months, then it went to 4 months, then it went half yearly, then it went to once in a year. That tells you I've taken a lot of blood, right? A lot. That there's a time I went to the hospital, after 2 weeks I went back. I was back to a HB of 2. So I would say I wish we can normalize talking about how we feel. The problem with us African, you'll be asked, how are you, Mercy? And you'll be like, I'm fine, even when things are not fine. You get? I wish we can normalize talking about it so that people can know that, they can know how to handle adenomyosis and how to treat adenomyosis, how to just take care about it. You get? So that as well they can also understand you and not say you are lazy or you can't. It's all about, it's all about how the body feels and not how other people are seeing your outside being. I think it's something that needs to be talked about. Thank you so much for listening to me. And if you're a lady out here and you're battling the same thing, it's a high time you see the doctors, because if it is not taken care of, it can lead to infertility. You can lack to get a child because your condition was not addressed early. But if addressed early, then there is always hope. Thank you for listening. If you're new here, you can like, subscribe, and even share. Thank you.